The K-pop world has just been shaken, and this time, the epicenter did not come from Seoul, but from the fashion heart of the world, Paris. Imagine, at the age of just 25, when most people are still finding themselves, one name has managed to conquer the ivory tower of French fashion, dominate the global philanthropic stage, and be recognized as an invaluable diplomatic asset. Who else could it be but the visual king with the bone-chilling deep voice, Felix from Stray Kids? Recently, the legendary magazine Vanity Fair France released an article that was not just a typical compliment. They called him an intergenerational role model. A heavy title, but one that feels perfectly fitting for this Sydney-born youth. Vanity Fair even explicitly stated that France is being hit by Felix Mania. Do you feel it, Stay? This vibration is not just about music. It is about total dominance. Why would a media giant like Vanity Fair give such a sharp spotlight? What makes Felix so special in the eyes of the Parisian fashion elite that Louis Vuitton refuses to let him go? And is it true that Felix is now no longer just an idol, but a secret weapon of diplomacy between South Korea and France? Hold your breath, because today we will thoroughly dissect this extraordinary phenomenon. We will see how Felix transformed from a hard-working trainee into a global icon who changed the face of the entertainment industry forever. Do not blink, because history is being written right before our eyes. Okay, let us take a breath for a moment and look at the big picture. Stray Kids has long been known as a group that breaks boundaries. But what has happened to Felix recently is truly on a different level. The Vanity Fair France article titled "Felix from Stray Kids, the K-pop star who has everything going for him," has truly become a hot topic on social media. From Twitter, TikTok, to community forums in Korea, everyone is talking about this international recognition. Vanity Fair is not playing around. They highlighted how Felix is not just a handsome face on a magazine cover. They see Felix as someone capable of uniting generations, crossing cultural boundaries, and even playing a role in strengthening bilateral relations between South Korea and France. In the midst of the highly competitive K-pop industry, where new groups emerge every month, Felix's position remains unshakable as a primary muse. Why? Because Felix brings something that few others possess, a captivating contrast. Between his incredibly deep baritone voice and his angel soft face, there is a magnet that cannot be explained with words. But Vanity Fair tried to explain it, and the results are very surprising. Stay, we know Felix is special, but seeing the outside world, especially elite Western media, recognize him as a diplomatic asset, that is an achievement that makes us all want to scream with pride from the rooftops. Stay right here, because we are going into the details that will make you fall even more in love with our sunshine. Let us start with the most iconic thing, his voice. Vanity Fair specifically mentioned how Felix's deep voice is used to create extraordinary stage performances. Do you remember the first time you heard Felix's voice in the song God's Menu? The world seemed to stop spinning, right? Vanity Fair noted that the contrast between his delicate facial features, his signature long blonde hair, and his low voice has captivated French fashion houses. On stage, he is a performance monster. But behind that, there is a young man who occasionally slips in French words while performing, which of course makes the fans there immediately fall in love. Felix Mania is real. Netizens on Twitter went wild when this article was released. One hardcore fan account wrote, "Felix is not just an idol. He is a walking piece of art who can speak with the voice of a god." And honestly, who can argue with that? We cannot talk about Felix without mentioning Louis Vuitton. Since August 2023, the collaboration between Felix and LV has no longer been just a standard brand ambassador relationship. Vanity Fair revealed an interesting fact. Louis Vuitton doesn't just invite Felix to sit in the front row and admire their collections. No, they want more. In March 2024, Felix made history by walking the Parisian catwalk. Imagine a K-pop idol walking with full confidence among the world's top models for one of the most luxurious brands on the planet, and reportedly, he will do it again in March next year. This is not just about fashion. It is about power. Felix is cited as one of the most profitable personalities during Fashion Week. What does this mean? It means every time Felix appears, the earned media value, EMV, generated reaches millions of dollars. Our visual king is truly bringing in extraordinary profit for the fashion industry. Knet's reaction? He has the body proportions and aura that even professional models would envy, wrote one netizen on a community forum. Felix proved that he is not just a guest in the fashion world, he is the owner of that stage. Now, this is the most touching and proud part. Vanity Fair highlighted Felix's role as a spokesperson for youth. Felix was chosen in the hope of strengthening the impact of cultural celebrations between French and Korean youth. The embassy even gave a statement that it would be hard to find a better spokesperson than Felix. Why? Because Felix is one of the most popular figures from the South Korean entertainment industry in France. He is not just a teenage idol, but also a figure respected for his integrity. Do you remember when Felix did volunteer work in Laos quietly? Or how he continues to donate a portion of his income to children in need? This is what Vanity Fair calls the philanthropic side that makes him an intergenerational role model. He does not just sell dreams, he provides a real impact. Even his identity as a native Sydney boy is not forgotten. Vanity Fair noted Felix's participation with Bang Chan in a campaign to promote the charms of Australia and South Korea. Felix is truly a citizen of the world. He is a bridge between Australia, Korea, and now France. In this digital era, a star's influence is measured by how much they are talked about. And Felix, he is the king of trending topics. Every appearance on social media is always widely shared. The press in France even have specific headlines for every step Felix takes. This Felix Mania phenomenon is not just happening in Paris. From the eyewear brand Gentle Monster, Tambourines, to the beauty brand Hera, everyone wants a taste of the Felix gold touch. Even Taiwanese brands like Gongcha have felt the impact. This proves one thing: Felix's influence is universal. No matter what language you are or where you come from, Felix's charm manages to penetrate those boundaries. He is no longer just your alt bias. He is a global cultural phenomenon. However, of course, this journey has not always been smooth. Being the center of the world's attention means every step is watched. But Felix faces it all with his signature sunshine smile that can light up an entire room. This is what fans even more loyal and emotional when defending their idol. Seeing Felix's massive achievements at the age of 25, it's hard not to feel inspired. From a young man who struggled hard to learn dancing and the Korean language, to now becoming a diplomatic asset recognized by a world-class magazine like Vanity Fair France. Felix has proven that with hard work, humility, and the courage to be yourself, with all the existing contrasts, we can conquer the world. He is not just a K-pop star. He is a symbol of hope for the younger generation that no dream is too big, even if that dream requires you to cross an ocean. France has already fallen into the embrace of Felix Mania. The fashion world has bowed down to his charm, and we, as witnesses to his journey, can only feel immensely proud. But Felix's struggle is not over. With an increasingly busy schedule and growing global expectations, we know the burden on his shoulders is not light. However, as long as there is stay by his side, we know Felix will continue to shine brighter than anyone. So, in your opinion, what is the next big step this intergenerational role model will take? Will we see Felix collaborate further with world-class designers, or perhaps he will take on a larger role in international organizations like UNICEF? Write your opinions and prayers in the comment section below. Let us show the strength of our love for Felix. Before you go, do not forget to press the like button if you are proud of Felix, share this video to fellow stay around the world, and make sure you have subscribed and turned on the notification bell so you don't miss the latest and deepest news about our favorite idol. Thank you for watching until the end. Keep being a sunshine to those around you, like Felix. See you in the next dramatic video. Goodbye.